changes in AB 962 here in California. What's the changes?
Right. Well, the Senate has removed a requirement that ammunition retailers be licensed to sell ammunition. So in addition to that, the bill would no longer prohibit the private transfer of more than 50 rounds of ammunition during a 30-day period. This is great news. However, there are still a lot of amendments that are in this bill that are detrimental to gun owners. And we still do not support this bill, but in terms of if it's any better, I guess it would be definitely better than the one we had seen before.
Yeah, well,
so while we still don't support this bill, we still oppose it. Removing that that requirement is good news.
Right. So maybe a better choice of words here would be that they've softened the bill somewhat. We hate to call it.
They have softened the bill.
Right. So we hate to call it better, but they have softened
some of these requirements out to get more votes. So
Right.
so some of the more pro-gun legislators can feel a little bit better about voting for or against it.
But California needs to stay on their guard because this bill is still a threat, and we don't want to see it happen.
That's
right?
That's absolutely right. So I still encourage folks to call about Assembly Bill 962. But again, it is a softer bill. So while we're still opposing it, it's a little better than it was.
Okay. To tell me a little bit about the parts of that bill that we still are not comfortable with.
You know, this one still, ammunition retailers would still have to store ammunition in a manner that would be inaccessible to purchasers. The bill still requires that individuals purchase ammunition, who are purchasing ammunition, be fingerprinted at the time of sale, and mandates that dealers keep those records and make them available for inspection by the Department of Justice. So those are the things that we're not really that big fans of in this bill. We still oppose it again. Mail order ammunition sales would also still be prohibited.
Okay.
So again, still some things in there we don't like, but the requirement that ammunition retailers be licensed to sell, that's been taken out.
Okay. I got another question coming up here. No, yeah, well, all right. I think we've already answered that question. But anyway, let me just ask you this then. I know that the recess for Congress and the senators is coming to an end.
It is. They came back into D.C., started back yesterday.
Okay,
so we can get busy again. Lots of legislation coming up.
Yeah. So do we have an agenda? Does the NRA have an agenda that we need to be aware of, or should we wait for next week and have you prepare something for us?
Well, you know, there's always things to be aware of. We are working every session, and I think that I've said this before. We have folks who are introducing pro-gun and anti-gun bills. We always see an assault weapons ban bill come up. But right now, it looks like Congress is really focused on some other issues. That's good news for gun owners, but we still do need to remain vigilant. You never know what's going to come up.
Right.
We do anticipate an ATF reform bill to come up, and I've talked about that before. We do anticipate that soon, so I can give some updates on that next week if you're interested. Also, we need to remember that the Mayors Against Illegal Guns coalition is in full force, and we're fighting Mayor Bloomberg and Mayor Menino out of Boston every day when it comes to fighting them with their front group for gun control. Okay, now there's another rumor that has come to me that Senator Reid is now pressing to get Cass Sunstein appointed. I'm not sure. My guess is that Harry Reid is probably supportive of the president, but I would have to check on that before I make any definitive statements about Harry Reid. But he has consistently been on the side of gun owners, and since we're a single issue organization, we'll stick that to that. But I will check on that. I'll give you an update on that next week to let folks know exactly where where we stand on those two folks. This is something that's coming up this week. The confirmation of Cass Sunstein. Yeah, as a matter of fact, they're using a legal term in this particular email here, cloture, some sort of a legal term for moving things forward. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it correctly. That's right. Yeah, so and I understand that Senator Reid is behind that. So since
He is what he is. I guess we're going to stand by for an appointment.
That's right. We're gonna see what happens, but I will be updating folks next week on that. Again, he is very anti-hunting, so Cass Dusting is very anti-hunting and has been out with radical ideas such as banning all hunting and allowing animals to have court cases against humans.
Okay, I have one personal question here I have to ask you. Okay, they want to know what caliber your personal gun is.
It's a 38. I
38.
just bought a new one last week.
Okay. Thanks, Rachel.